Hey Penzi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Esther, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you like this video, and also hit that bell button so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. By the way, I've noticed that I've been getting new subscribers lately, and I thank you so much. Welcome and join the family. And by the way, when I look at my insights, I notice that most people who watch my videos are not subscribed. Like 60% of you guys are not subscribed to my channel, so please hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, let's get to today's video.
Get mine, about mine, go hard, looking for another like me. What you get is what you see, and I bring me.
So today I'm going to talk about the culture shock that I've experienced here in Cyprus. Well, I've even written a list so that I get things in order. I've stayed in Cyprus for like 2 months now, almost 2 months actually, and I think I have experienced some stuff that are actually culture shock. The first thing is finance. Okay, what do I mean by finance? Like the banks here close at 1, I think. Yeah, 1. Like in the afternoon the banks are closed. They open at 8 or is it 7, and they close at 1. The banks here close at 1. But then the good thing about Cyprus is even the smallest convenience stores, they have the swiping machine, so you can pretty much go cashless. But it was just a culture shock for me, because back home banks close at 4 and here they close at 1. I mean, it's just surprising. And then another thing, I just never thought that in my life I would always like compare the euro to the Kenyan shilling. So every time I buy something, I'm usually like, I'm a student, so I'm on a budget, so everything I buy I just compare the prices with the Kenyan shillings. If I say it's not worth it, I'm not gonna buy it. Student life, man, student life. Another issue here is the MoneyGram issue. Like, you guys remember when I first came to Cyprus, I didn't have money to pay for my accommodation because my dad had sent it via MoneyGram. So I went to the city center to go look for money, and they're like, we don't have that amount of money, and they only have 3 MoneyGram shops here. So since then I just told my dad, if you're gonna send me money, just do the bank transfer. It's safer that way, because MoneyGram here is not reliable. So I haven't tried Western Union yet, and I don't want to risk it. Just do the bank transfer, it's easier. Another thing is the transport system. Like back home, matatus are everywhere literally, but here they use the bus system. Like, if I even have the schedule, let me check it out. So this one here is the bus schedule. All this is the bus schedule. So if let's say you want to be somewhere at if you want to be somewhere at 9 o'clock, you have to take, let's say you're taking the 259 bus, you have to take the 825 bus, because the next bus is at 9:05. The buses should have intervals of like 10 minutes. But here, some of them even have an interval of 40 minutes. Like here, I'm seeing if one bus comes at 11, the next one will come at 11:40. See what I mean? So it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky with the transport system. If you don't have your car or a motorcycle or a bicycle, just a private mode of transport, the public mode of transport is gonna like F you up for real. The buses are not favorable at all, and the taxis are expensive, very expensive. You don't want to use taxis. Maybe on if you really have to, like going to the airport, or if you have an emergency, then you can use the taxi, but it's not an everyday thing. And then another thing, when taking the bus, right? Not so many people take the bus here, just a few people. So when taking the bus, usually you'd find yourself alone at the bus stop. Often you'll find yourself alone. So for me, when I'm going to the city center or when I'm going to church, I would be at the bus stop alone, and then you see like old white guys would pass and they would hoot at you and then be like, "Are you going? Can I give you a lift or something?" It's a little bit creepy, you know. At the back of my head I just hear my mom's voice, "Do not talk to strangers, do not talk to strangers." So you know what I do? I'm like, no English. I pretend like I don't even understand, so they just end up leaving you alone. Another thing is church. Okay, I'm an SDA, I go to church on Saturdays, and I've noticed here in Cyprus, like it's a little bit different from back home. Like back home in Kenya, you wouldn't see ladies go to church in trousers. Yeah, you wouldn't see ladies going to church with trousers. It's like, it's a no-no. Trousers or makeup or jewelry, it's like it's not allowed, you know. It's not it's not the way of dressing back home. But here the church is laid back, it's relaxed. You come as you are, whether you have makeup, whether you have jewelry from head to toe, whether you've worn trousers, you just come the way you are, you know. Just come the way you are. No one is gonna bother, no one is gonna ask any questions, no one is going to stare like, "Are you lost or something?" That's what I've realized here. Like, church is just, you know, easy. It's easy. Not like back home, if you wear a trouser, oh my god, people are going to look at you and like, you know, judge you. Are you in the right place or something? It's a bit crazy here. It's a bit crazy. Another thing is smoking. Okay, I'm not saying smoking is bad, and I'm also not saying it's good either, but people here smoke a lot. Like, a lot of people here smoke a lot, to be honest. I'm not saying that, yo, I've never seen someone smoking, but here it's like a habit. It's what's the word? It's like a culture. If I can say that. It's the culture of the people. People smoke here a lot. They smoke a lot. They smoke. Even in school, people smoke. Yo, it's weird. It's so weird. But it was a shock, but right now I'm used to it. Seeing people smoking, I'm used to it right now. Another thing is like crossing the road. Okay, it wasn't really a culture shock, but it was like, what can I say, like, it was something new. Like, when you're crossing the road, the people who are on foot, like, there's a button you press, then you wait for it to give you a signal to like cross the road. You just don't cross the road. You know, in Africa we can cross the road anywhere, even in a roundabout. People cross the road. You will see a flyover somewhere and someone will not bother to go to the flyover. They'll cross the road even on a highway where people go on an average speed of 100, 120, and people still cross the road there. So here it's a little bit different. You cross the road on the lights, you press that button, you wait, and then you cross the road. But obviously sometimes you just don't follow those rules. I mean, if there's no traffic, you just cross. You don't have to wait for the signal. And then another thing, winter is approaching, right? So a few days ago, time changed. Yeah, don't ask me how, don't ask me like what happened, but time changed. Like, they pushed time 1 hour behind. So if you're used to waking up at 7, you'll be waking up at 6, but it's gonna be 7. Do you understand? Just know they changed time. They changed time. They pushed time 1 hour behind. I can't explain it. I really can't. So sometimes if I'm going to class, I go to class when it's like already dark, because 6 looks like 7 p.m. 7 p.m. looks like 8 p.m. It's just weird. you know. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. It's a red button, subscribe down below. And you know, make sure you comment, tell me what you think about my videos and all that good stuff. Until next time, bye.